following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
We got Carlos from California. Carlos, what's happening?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great,
How are
man.
you?
Yourself?
Oh, very well, thank you.
That's awesome,
Thank
man.
you very much. Can I make a comment real quick?
Absolutely.
For me, it's a real challenge every time I'm doing a trade. And thanks to your help, I've been able to done a lot of things as far as trading. And I know there's a lot of Hispanic people who's listening, and they think this is a lot harder than it looks. But with your help, it's been a lot easier to make things sound very simple.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Well, listen, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Always do your best, but don't overdo. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and you go against yourself, and it will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 4, NASDAQ off 12, S&P's down 7, gold contract up $1.20, traded at $1,254 an ounce. Silver up 13 cents at $17.48 an ounce. Platinum flat at $9.65 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 66 cents at $49.78 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year note up 5 ticks, 130.03. 30-year bond flat at 165.03. King dollar down 177 ticks, trading at 96.59. The euro is at $1.11, and the yen is trading at 103.50. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We take a look at the SPY. Sideways move. We've been going sideways since September 9th. We are at 215.27. Bottom line, can't bust them up, can't bust them down. We take a look at this on a weekly, and what you're going to have, same type of setup. You're going sideways with light volume. We're at $215.28. Bottom line, you can expect more sideways movement next week as we come into the earnings season. Bottom line, the jobs number didn't do a thing to the market. Come in a little light, but bottom line didn't do a thing. Dow Industrials, same setup in the Dow Industrials. You're down $10. That's a sideways movement. The high that the Dow has been trying to get into is 18,404, and just can't handle higher price. And guess what? Lower prices not handling either. There's not enough sellers. NDX. No, first the NASDAQ Composite. Composite, we're at down $14. This is also an inside day. You're at 52.92, and the high is 53.42. We take this and we put this on a weekly, and you know what? Next week, at some point, it's going to go test these highs once again. The NASDAQ, the NDX 100. What do you have with the NDX 100? Same type of setup on the NDX 100. Sideways move out here. You're down $8. We're at 48.65. The high is 48.95. The low of that high is 48.76. Same type of setup, meaning sideways movement with light volume. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here trading at a price point of $12.5470. We hit a low today of $12.43. You hit a high of $12.67, so we had a price spread of $24. And bottom line is that I'd want to see, well, we definitely want this to stay above the $12.52.90. That's what it was testing both yesterday and today. It got above it. That says that it will try to get up into the $12.64 level, and I suspect gold's going to actually bounce to about $13.05. We take a look at the silver market. What do we have at silver? Same type of setup in silver. In the metals market today, we'll go through this with the dollar, has been deviant in a huge way. There's no doubt about it. But what you do have is that the sellers are out of that market. Silver Silver. What do we have with the silver market? Silver got down to a price point today of $17.11. It did reject that level. It's back inside the 17.25, which is Brexit day. I suspect silver's going to try to bounce up into this $18.60. Now, what is that all about? Well, okay. So the jobs number come out. Little light on the jobs number. All the Fed governors seem to think that that's all right. Bottom line, the bond market's not saying that, folks. The bond market rejected lower price. We've done 1.3 million contracts in the 10-year, which is good volume. There's no doubt about that. But you're going into 1.44 million. So you're going to reject the swing low, which was $129.26. We went to $129.23. We are at 1.3 million contracts versus 1.4. So rejected it, has lighter volume, back in the range again. And what that sets up is that, guess what? That sets up a run back up to the 131.23. We take a look at the 30-year. 30-year, same type of setup, pretty wild. USC 30-year. 30-year bond out here got to a low today of 164.08. We've done 291,000 contracts, and the 164.13 was the level. Bottom line, 346,000 contracts. Yeah. Okay, so we've done 291. You did less than the 346. You're back inside the range, same type of setup. Deviant, that move is just pretty wild, because that is saying that the market, once again, wants higher price in the notes and the bonds, which is lower yield. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? Okay, so King dollar been on a nice run topside. King dollar in the last few weeks went from a price point of 94.95 up to 97.21. King dollar is going right into its downdraft that had been created out here on the 27th of July. And bottom line, had lighter volume, gave it up in price. And what this sets up King dollar starting to make its way back into. First we'd see we're at 96.59. 96.39 would be the next stop, but I suspect it's going to try to get somewhere into the next level. Well, we'll see what happens. The $96 level, which is only 590 ticks down, looks game first. But if it gets into that price point, then you'd already come down to 94. And what that's going to be all about, I expect, is that as we get closer to the December time frame, the market's going to dictate, is that quarter-point rise actually going to go? The Fed Fund futures rate thus far is saying that the probability is high that it's going to go, meaning 64% is the probability of a quarter-point rate hike on December 14th. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. We have the Dow Industrials down 7, NASDAQ down 13, S&P's down 7. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We take a look at some of the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials. Strength today out here inside the Dow is Goldman Sachs. It's up 1.4%. You have Travelers Insurance up 1.4%. Procter & Gamble's up 0.7%. And Johnson & Johnson is up 0.4%. Taken away from it on the way down, you have Home Depot. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. We have Home Depot down 1.3%. United Technologies is off 1%. Walmart is down 0.8%. And you have Caterpillar down 0.7%. Over in the NDX 100, what you have the strength is INCY, Insight Corporation, that's up 3%. Alexa Pharmaceutical is up 1.5%. We have Western Digital up 1.5%, and Qualcomm is up 0.9. Taken away from it, Mylan Pharmaceutical is down 3%. You have Liberty Global, we're down 2.8%, and Discovery Communication is down 69 cents. Honeywell's a big hit out here today. You talk about a gap down. Honeywell gap down $9, basically 9%. Honeywell closed yesterday at a price point of $115. It opens this morning at $107. If we take Honeywell back, what you're going to see, and this is just always bizarre when you get this, last time we had any volume on the way up, the low of that day was $100. Well, the week actually, the high was a 111. It goes higher, no volume whatsoever, drops out of bed. Now what Honeywell is in the lower range. Once it got back inside the $106.79, what does that set up? That sets up a test of $86. First would be 99, then 86. So big number there. News-wise, let's see. Honeywell International tumbled the most in more than a year after reporting preliminary third-quarter profit below its forecast and cutting the top end of its 2016 earnings target as sales slump for aircraft parts. Tyson Chickens, check this one out, TSN. Tyson Chickens, Tyson Foods this is, that fell 10%. That's down $6.92, trading at $67.45. What this is all about, well, it's about selling, that's for sure. What's also happening is that this is a price-fixing deal inside the chicken business. So It's going to be pretty wild watching this whole thing shake out. Same type of setup, though. If you take a look at this, what you're going to see, you're going to see Tyson went higher. Last time it had any volume was $62. That was on, let's see, February of 2016. And we're at 65 right now. And these things drop out of bed, folks. See ya, don't want to be ya. And the way Tyson is trading right now, let's just see this for a second. Yeah, it's not that bad. It would need another day. Yeah, the way it's trading right now, 58 is game. That's the way that's set up right now. Let's go over and take a look at the king of the hill, which is Amazon, of course. Amazon and Google. Amazon still at its highs. We're at $840, sideways movement, no sellers in Amazon. Google, we go take a look at Google. Google, same type of setup. In fact, Google is at $774, and that looks to be rejecting lower price again, once again, out here today. What we will have is that Alcoa is going to be kicking off numbers come the, let's see, the 11th. So the 11th, 7th, 8th, 9th? That's Tuesday. So Alcoa kicks off the earnings season again on Tuesday, and we'll see what can rock this market. At this particular point, there's nothing that's rocking it up. There's nothing that's rocking it down. As I said at the beginning of the broadcast, bonds are looking to me like, guess what? They want to go higher again in price, lower in yield. The 10-year right now is trading at 1.725. Now, on a 3-month basis, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, you're going to see that's at the high end. On the 6-month basis, I believe it's right, yeah, it's a little over the middle. And on a yearly basis, we are right under the middle right now. So the past year, to date, this is 1.35 is the low of the 10-year. The high is 2.3. So in this particular case, we got to 1.7, and if we go, we'll switch gears and go over to the TLT. So the TLT is the 20-year ETF Treasury Plus. The TLT today hit a low of 133. You're going into the swing point, and the swing point had 15.6 million shares. We've only done 6.6, and we're rejecting that price. So that's on the daily. We put this up on a weekly, and what you're going to see on the weekly, there's just no sellers. The week, this is pretty amazing too. So in the weekly swing at 49 million shares, and you're coming in with 43. There's going to be a rejection of lower price, and that says even with the Fed saying that they are going to raise rates by 1/4 of 1 point, we'll see how that shakes out, because there's something in this bond and note market at this particular point, folks, that it wants to go higher. And as the price goes higher price, of course, it's going to go lower in yield. And if we do go over and we look at that dollar, the dollar is set up the exact same way, meaning had a great run. And the ranges, so the ranges inside the bond and the dollar are pretty wide. Oil, let's go to the oil market. We take a look at oil. Oil got over $50 today, yesterday rather. Closed under 50 today, so we're at 49.81, and this is still not bad, meaning the amount of volume is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yesterday we did 548,000 contracts. We're at 553 right now, so that's saying that, guess what? It's still game that oil wants to go to 52 out of 53 market. If we go take a look at the natural gas market, for a couple targets out here, natural gas was up 3.3% today. We're at $3.39. And natural gas, oh, listen at this. This is going to blow away all the highs. This is going to get interesting. So natural gas has been consolidating at 336. Yeah, this is a breakout. This is an ABC up. Check this out. This is going to be fun to trade in this gas market. Okay, so your 8-point on natural gas is 276. Let me get this in front of me. Okay, so 276 is your A, 336. So we get a 60-cent A to B, and the C point is $3. So it's $3.60. $3.60 gas, and right now you're at $3.39 because it's blowing away with volume. There's no doubt about that. Let's go to Mike in Toronto. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, a couple of things first. I was watching that Tyson's Food analysis there. That scandal, is that attributed to the buffalo wing mafia or something, or where they shrunk the supply of buffalo wings and they jacked up the price to like 60 cents a wing?
I'm not sure. It just says that there's a price-fixing deal that the Justice Department's going after them on.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, stay right there a second. We'll come back. We're going to talk about the buffalo wing mafia. Gotta love it. Totally. You stay right there, Mike. We have the Dow Industrials down 7, NASDAQ 14, S&P's off 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Focused Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 6 equally weighted commodities, including gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 50% per component, you could earn up to a 50% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The October 13th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
My name is Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and host of the Trader's Edge Show heard daily here at TFNN.com. On Wednesday, October 19th at 5 p.m., I'll be hosting a special 1-hour event, Trading Range Boundary Lines, where I'll teach subscribers how to identify hidden support and resistance levels, the kind that you definitely need to be aware of for your trading and investing. You'll learn how to plot major horizontal support and resistance, how to identify breakouts and breakdowns, and how to project the next price move. These support and resistance levels work for stocks, ETFs, futures contracts, currencies, and these patterns work on every time frame. By signing up for Mastering Probability right now, you get the first month of my newsletter service for only $49, and that includes October 19th's Trading Range Boundary webinar. Plus, if you sign up now, I'll include access to my 3 1-hour workshops, the ultimate trading signals, the ultimate reversal signals, and the long short line that every trader needs to know. This is an investment you won't regret. For all the details of the upcoming workshop and reserve your seat today, visit the front page of TFNN.com now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Mike from Toronto. And so just to get back to this Tyson Foods downdraft for a second. So what this is all about, this is pretty intense, actually. The accusation is that Tyson, Pilgrim's Pride, and Sanderson Farms colluded since 2008, and it basically cost the public $15 billion. They're saying that we've been paying 50% more, and that the collusion has to do with they supplied each other with proprietary data and to reduce production. So bottom line is that they're going to be paying some money, more than likely. What are we going to look at today, Mike?
Yeah, let's look at Vancouver, the Vancouver real estate bubble, ticker symbol EQB.
EQB. Okay, let's see what we got here. So
Just fell out of bed here. I wonder why. No news.
Well, let's take a look. So you got Equitable Group. They provide first mortgage financing for properties across Canada. And as Mike says, bottom line, Vancouver, there's no doubt the prices are pretty intense. The low's $43, the high $63. Okay, so yeah, you're down with volume too. You had this one nailed,
Yeah.
man. I remember you calling me a couple weeks ago about this too.
That mystery high volume. I mean, this thing was they trade like 75-cent bid-ask spread, and they trade in increments of 100 shares. And then when you go to StockWatch to look at who's buying and selling it, it's all anonymous.
So PHDC.
Anonymous traders, like they don't tell you which broker's trading against which broker, and it's always anonymous. So it's the market maker making a market.
Well, let's see. So Goodman and Company own 13.3% of it.
Uh-huh.
Isn't Goodman? Goodman's the, I mean, he's the big miner up there too, isn't he? I think he is.
Who are the heavy shorts? Who are the heavy bears in this thing?
I can't tell that. You know, I mean, the only thing that you have when you pull it up is that who owns it. You know.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, this thing is 51. Yeah, I can get to 48. Let me pull it back a little bit further.
Go to the monthly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, it has the. You're at 51. Yeah, so that's saying 48 is game, right? That's the high volume low. So 48 is game because it already got to 50. It got inside 52.48, which was the high of the low, which was established in January. So now, now it can get to the low of that.
Okay. Eventually, we'll test the low. Okay, 48. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Expensive real estate up there, no doubt.
Huh?
Expensive real
it's a
estate.
bubble. Yeah. I was wondering what happened to 10-cent buffalo wings in Buffalo. Now I know.
Well, you know what it says, and it has in that story too. This is interesting. You just said that because that's what the story's about. Also, it said that. Here, let me pull it up again because I guess evidently in the chicken business there was always. This is where it says about the booms and busts. For years, the price of standard broiler chickens followed a boom and bust pattern as rising demand led to higher prices and more production, followed by oversupply and lower prices. That changed in 2008. According to the lawsuit, when producers launched a strategy to raise fewer chickens, constrain supply, and drive up the price.
Right.
So the bottom line is that if they actually did, if they can prove, folks, that they actually gave each other production models, they're going to be paying a lot of money, man. Yeah, so.
Wow, I see. Yeah, they were in collusion. That's why. So they're sharing the data between producers, right? And that explains how they're able to accurately forecast their EPS guidelines going forward, right? So.
Well, even that, and you know, they know, they get a good idea. Let's put it this way: how many pounds of chicken that are going to be bought. What always has happened prior to the 2008. Is that when prices go up, just like any commodity, when prices go up, folks, everyone plants. In this case, they get chickens going because chickens only take, 12, 13 weeks in order to go, and then they fatten them up with all those hormones. So
yeah, the hormones, right.
Yeah.
That's why they're called the buffalo wings, yeah.
Is that why they call them buffalo wings? No, it's the sauce, isn't it? It's the sauce.
No. Well, if you've ever been to Buffalo, New York, there's a famous bar, and they always bought these hormone-related chicken wings, you know.
Really?
And then they created that sauce, that tangy sauce, you know. And
Wow.
then what happened is the local competitors began copying this famous bar.
Okay.
And I used to go to Niagara Falls a lot, and looking for these chicken wing outlets, and they're all disappeared. They've been replaced with methadone clinics.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, you see. So I was wondering why they're 60 cents a wing now.
That's wild, man. Historical artifact. That's what one of our Tigers are saying in the den. I like that. Yeah. Hey, so what else is going up on Toronto? You guys getting ready for hockey or what?
No, it's Blue Jay fever right now.
Oh,
you know, and
okay.
yeah, you know, and I'm a Detroit Tigers fan. What can I say? So
That's all right. I like the Tigers. Tigers. I like the Tigers. Have always been a decent team.
Do you have room for one more stock?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, Alimentin Couche-Tard, ticker symbol ATD.B.
ATD.B. Is it? Let me see if I can.
That's the big gas station network, okay? And next week, all the insiders, the chairman and all the CEOs and all the board of directors have announced that they're going to be selling big blocks of shares.
Okay, so let's take a look.
Okay.
I got this thing. Okay, so this is the operating network, 24-hour convenience stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in North America, Norway, Sweden. Low's 51, the high's 68. Okay, so
I have a big short position in this stock, and I was just wondering what's your outlook here?
I'd be careful, man. You know, because when this broke topside, like if you're watching Tiger TV, see that week, I get that week up August 26th? That took it out with volume, so that's dangerous. That would be, let me bring this back. I'll put it on a monthly for a second. Yeah, I'd be careful, man. This looks like an ABC up. Yeah. Yeah. That's not good. That would be, well, it's good for the stock, but not good for you being shot.
What's the bear scenario?
28.50, 38.48, 58. Oh my God. That's 36 points. That's 87, man. Don't mess with this thing, man. That thing is saying it can go to 87. This thing right here.
Go to 87.
Yeah. And the bearish scenario would be 58. So the 58, where I'm going with the 58, is that the June of this year. This is where, if you're watching this, folks, June of this year, it was pushing into the swing. See, I was pushing into that swing with volume, Mike. Then it breaks out with volume. That's an ABC up. It's a confirmed ABC up, man. So yeah.
So it has to. Okay, so the 58 is the downside, and the upside is 87.
I'd take your money and run.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are down 8. You get the Nasdaq off 13. Bottom line, folks, jobs number come out, light jobs number, sideways move. There's not much that can rock these markets up or down inside the Dow, Nasdaq, S&Ps, and Russell 2000. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. So let's go take a look at what exactly they were saying this morning. So slow but still steady job gains keep the Fed rate hike on track. That's the top of the headlines. More Americans like what they see in the job market, and Federal Reserve officials probably do too. The share of working-age people in the labor force climbed to a 6-month high in September, and wage growth picked up, while the unemployment rate rose to 5%. Payroll gains slowed for the third month and just missed analyst estimates, though August hiring was stronger than initially estimated. The Labor Department data showed Friday. Bottom line is, let's see, chances of, we know the chances of an interest rate hike December 14th is 65% right now. There was 156,000 increase in payrolls last month, followed by a 167,000 rise in August. With the September figure, while the September figure was weaker than the 172,000 median forecast, it included the biggest drop in government employment in a year. The labor participation rate edged up to 62.9% from 62.8. Big deal. The participation rate went up. The unemployment rate went up. Those two things are fine, said Fed Vice Chairman Stanley Fischer, said at a banking conference on Friday in Washington. That means employment was growing at a rate that's fully consistent with keeping unemployment declining somewhat. Average hourly earnings rose 0.2% from the prior month, compared with a 0.3 median estimate by economists. Pay increased 2.6% year over year, ended in September, following a 2.4% year over year gain in August. The upticks in participation and unemployment rates would argue for more caution in letting existing policy stance run further. At the same time, most Fed policymakers will take comfort from the other details in the report showing faster wage growth. What's going to be wild here is that there's no doubt that we're going to get a couple more jobs numbers coming out. So we'll see where exactly those numbers are going to go. And if you want a little statistic, so check out this statistic. This is going to be pretty wild. When you go back in the history of presidents, just the economy in the United States alone. The first President Bush, in his administration, from when he started to when he ended, there was 2.6 million jobs created. President Clinton, there was 22.9 million jobs created. The second President Bush, there was 1.3 million jobs created. And President Obama, thus far, has been 10.6 million jobs created. So you can see that the swings in jobs are pretty amazing when you start looking at those numbers. 2.6, the first President Bush, 22.9, Clinton, 1.3, the second President Bush, and 10.6, President Obama. We'll see where this whole thing shakes out. But the more that I keep looking at that bond market is saying that, guess what? Bottom line, that these bonds want to go back topside. Let's go take a look at XLU. So the XLU, this will be interesting. The XLU, these are all the dividend stocks. These are utilities. Now, these things get smoked when they even smell the interest rate structure going up. And they've just come from a high of $53. They're at 47 right now. We'll put this on a weekly. We broke down, last swing point had 15 million shares. You're at 108 million. Okay, so it broke the swing on a weekly with lighter volume. Price destruction, though, no doubt. But you're going into 47 right there. We're going into 117. Yeah, see, this is just like, okay, so these utilities also, folks, this is pretty cool. So the utility market has come into a high volume swing. Thus far, it's going to be really close whether we reject this on a weekly, because a rejection on the weekly, we're at $47.21. A rejection on the weekly is $47.26. But that also, this is going to be cool watching this, because if this gets back inside the $48.38 next week, that's going to be a rejection of lower price, has lighter volume, and in this correlation, this would be another identification that the rates actually do want to go back down again, because these are all the utilities, and they're so sensitive to rate hikes. I mean, it's incredible. When rates are low, everyone wants to be in utilities. When rates go up, when they just smell the rate going up at all, these equities got killed. And that was a turnaround also. So it's going to be, next week's going to be a decent week in the aspect of how these markets go, particularly because all the Fed governors have been out here basically saying flat out that, hey, we're going up in December, so we'll see where that shakes out. What very well could send the spike in this, and here, I'm going to go over to Deutsche Bank for a second, because this morning, so Deutsche Bank, folks, okay, this is one of the largest banks. This is the largest bank in Germany. It's one of the largest banks in the world. This equity has come down from $140 in 07. It's trading at $13.60. Now, it has a high volume swing low at $11.18, which wants to get hit. They're claiming up and down that they are not going to go out and do a equity rise, because what will end up happening, of course, is that that's going to dilute the equities even more. This morning, you have the IMF meeting in Washington, D.C. right now, folks, and there was an interview on Bloomberg this morning, and I think this is the most telling that I've seen thus far about Deutsche Bank, and this is what it was. The reporter was interviewing the head of the central bank in Italy, and she had asked him, were they talking about Deutsche Bank? And he was going up and down. No, we were not talking about Deutsche Bank at all. That, folks, that is so far over the top, okay, that you have the IMF inside a major meeting claiming that they're not talking about Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is a wild card out here. The reason it's a wild card, yesterday, it was the day before. I think it was the day before in the Journal. They showed the type of transactions that are on their balance sheet. Now, I'm just going to go through one of the transactions for you so that you can understand the deviance inside this move. Now, inside the article, they were also saying that this wasn't illegal, which they had in their balance sheet, but watch how this works. The balance sheet, of course, two sides of the balance sheet. What Deutsche Bank has done is this. Let's say that Deutsche Bank gives me a loan. As they give me the loan, right, let's say that I'm a commercial landlord. They give me a loan for $10 million, okay? Loan for $10 million, I turn around and give them $3 million in collateral for the loan, right? so they have the $3 million collateral. What Deutsche Bank has done is that they're taking that $3 million collateral and they're turning around and loaning that $3 million collateral out again and taking more risk, okay, on that. You stay right there. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So to get back to Deutsche Bank, bottom line is that what they're doing is this. What they've done is this on their balance sheet. They get collateral. On that collateral, they're lending that out again. So the bottom line is that they really don't have a collateral on huge millions and millions and millions of dollars of loans, folks. That's the bottom line. That on top of, when you talk about derivatives, they're the king of derivatives. They're notational value, okay? And notational value, means that the worst scenario that would ever happen, but guess what it is? This is on their balance sheet, 47 trillion with a T. So to have and I'm going back to the original story, to have the the Italian central bank say, no, they weren't talking about it. Oh, really? You weren't talking about derivative value? We're talking about, something can go wrong on a meeting? Yeah. And what I've found more than anything is that you can find out more about everything by the defensive answers versus even the real answers, okay? Because it's so blatant, it's like, oh, really? Okay, sure. And then you can go the other side of that. Well, if you're not talking about that, well, you're useless, okay? Because the bottom line is that if they do blow up, the whole Europe will blow up with it. Okay, overseas, this coming Sunday night, what are you going to watch? I'd go like this. The yen, if you're in the metals market, folks, my take is that gold and silver, they bottomed. You're going to see a little bounce out of here. The yen is at 102.99. That yen looks like it wants to go back down to 101.84. That's going to give the gold market, the silver market, some juice to go topside. We're at 12.57 right now. This gold market looks to me like it wants to go to 13.05, 13.09. King dollar, good old king dollar. Well, king dollar is going to start backing down. That correlation inside the yen. Yen will go down lower, get higher. King dollar right now is trading at 96.55. So the next stop, if it gets into 96, so my take is I wanted to back off to 96. If it gets into 96, guess what? You go to the bottom of the range. Again, the bottom of the range is 94.15. If we do, now that's on the shorter term basis. Good old king dollar has been building cause for quite a while. If we bring this up and we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is that because we didn't make the 97.62 at this particular point, you know, it can come down to 95.50, somewhere around there. Build up some more cause. It looks like it's just not ready to try to get into this 98.40 area. And what I expect that's all about is the same setup inside the bonds, inside the metals market, that the move going higher was just a little bit too fast for the Fed. Because the Fed has to wrap their head around a couple different things here. The biggest one is a fast move by the dollar higher, and a fast move by the bonds lower. Guess what it does, folks? I mean, immediately. Immediately, each and every one of us are going to be paying a lot more interest everywhere. The biggest thing, though, is your deficit. The deficit is a monster number, folks. And as though they might say they want to raise those rates, but guess what? Thus far, the camp looks to me that this bond bull is still not over. And it's really just looking at the aspect that we're still at 1.7 in our own 10-year. France is at 0.3%. Germany is at 1/100th of 1%. Italy, which is broke, is at 1.3%. You know, if our 10-year goes up much higher, there'd just be so much money that would, well, there's so much money that keeps pouring into the U.S. anyway and pouring into that dollar. And they got to break that level and break it down a bit. And more than likely, it's either going to be Deutsche Bank that has them back off in December, or it's going to be a Brexit move. We didn't talk about the pound, but the pound crashed last night, and very well could be that move also. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.